I have been creating videos on the internet for a hot minute. Like, yeah, almost a decade at this point. Well, maybe not a decade, but like a long time. And when I look back at some of my oldest videos, two things happen. One, I want to punch myself in the throat because they're terrible. But two, I realize how far I've come and how much I've learned about creating good videos on the internet. Now, am I perfect? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. I do know a lot about this internet video creation game. And honestly, when you're wanting to create really good videos, when you're wanting to make sure a video gets watched, when you're wanting to make sure it does well, when you're wanting to make sure that people respond to it, you kind of have to have three components: quality, quality, and storyline. Now, listen, when I say quality, I don't mean that like quality counts twice. I mean, it's two different types of quality, okay? So first type of quality is the actual like video and sound quality. Those have to be good. Second thing here is the actual content quality. That has to be good. Like, people have to actually want to watch it. People have to actually want to care about what you're talking about. And then third, we have to storytell. We have to bring people along. We have to get people to want to keep watching because we're telling a story throughout the video. And you may be like, no girl, I do how-to videos, or I'm just vlogging, or whatever. And when I tell you that these three elements matter regardless of your niche or your type of video or whatever, I ain't even playing. Also, do you see this? Do you see this? I was worried you wouldn't be able to see the wallpaper that I worked really hard on up there, but you can see it a little bit from this angle. Like, how cute. We've still got to install these wooden sound panels on that wall. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I was actually doing my nightly TikTok scroll the other day, and I ran across this video from this couple that I follow on TikTok, and they are dating. Their names are Michael and Mackenzie, I think. And if you've seen the people who are like trying to put the cup in the right places and like going against each other, that's them. To be honest, they could be on a really, really hard episode of siblings or dating. But anyway, they're super fun to follow, and you can tell they have a lot of fun, and you can tell that they enjoy being content creators. But I ran up on this TikTok the other day.
We just dropped ourselves in a random spot in Paris. First person to the Eiffel Tower wins. 3, 2, 1, go! Come on! Okay, I'm out of here. Wow, guys, I'm so out of here. I have no idea what my strategy is. I didn't do any research. I'm screwed.
Michael just ran that way. I'm going this way.
It has all three elements that we're going to talk about, but more than anything, the reason I wanted to point this out is because once I ran up on this TikTok, I hit the comment section, because I always look at the comments on TikTok because it's usually a breeding ground for crazy, and they were full of comments like these. Camera quality is unreal. The camera quality. What camera are you guys using? The camera quality is amazing. Camera quality and editing looks amazing. And if you'll notice on that first camera quality is unreal comment, there are 3,000 plus likes to that comment. That means that as many people who are actually commenting and saying the quality on this video is so good, the camera quality is so good, that means that like that many more people are like, oh my God, this is so good, right? And this was on TikTok, okay? And normally we think of TikTok videos as like, they don't have to be great quality, whatever, but this should show you that people care about quality even if they're not like trained in quality. Like, I guarantee a lot of the people saying that are not like camera connoisseurs or video quality like people, right? Like, they're just like average people who were like, wow, this stood out to me on TikTok because the camera quality was so good. And by the way, I knew immediately what cameras they were using. They had 2 of them because of a couple things. 1, the quality was amazing. 2, they were each wearing one of these on their shirts. 3, they were running through the streets of Paris. Is that where the Eiffel Tower is? They were running through the streets of Paris and nothing was moving. So I knew it had a gimbal, and I knew it was this puppy. And someone did comment and say that they had talked about having this camera before. And so like this thing that I have bragged about 1,000 times, I'll link below. So good. People notice quality even if they don't think they notice quality. People are going to notice if your video is blurry or grainier or something or different than the people they're used to watching. They're gonna notice if your audio is more terrible. They are absolutely 1000% going to notice all the things, okay? I am most definitely not saying you have to go out and buy a really fancy, a really expensive camera. That is not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying though is stop using the webcam, stop using just a microphone that's like really far from your face that creates a lot of echo and creates a lot of stuff, or no microphone at all, and do yourself a favor and just make little upgrades. By using the back camera of your iPhone, which is this camera, not this one, by using that camera, you are increasing your quality a ton, okay? So just by doing that, that can increase it a ton. By getting something like this, which is inexpensive in its own right, it's probably about $700 for the whole creator kit, which I know sounds insane, but also is like super inexpensive when you're looking at thousands of dollars for other cameras. But getting something like this, getting some microphones like this, I'm actually wearing the older version of this right now, but getting microphones like this that you can hook to your clothes, that you can clip in, that you can hold, all of this type of stuff is going to drastically increase your quality. But disclaimer, there are definitely people who have really good quality in this arena, and these other two things are lacking, and they still aren't creating good videos on the internet. So it's not just this, but it is a piece of the pie. And I'll make sure I link the little mics and the cameras and stuff below so you can check those out for yourself. But upgrade somewhere. The quality of the actual content matters too. And that means that the content itself, the meat that you are producing in the video, the things that you're talking about, the ideas you're presenting, the information you're putting in the video, the vlog you're putting in the video, that type of stuff has to be good too, because if it's not, people are not going to stick around. Again, quality matters. Quality of equipment, quality of video, quality of information freaking matters. And I could use Peter McKinnon as an example for like everything I'm talking about. Y'all know that I love me some Pete, but I really want to use one of his videos that he did maybe a few years ago now to illustrate the whole like the content has to be good thing. So this video is a video by Peter McKinnon about his grandpa's old truck that he has named Walt, or that the grandpa named Walt, or maybe the grandpa's name was Walt. Not the point. The point is that I quite literally couldn't care less about this truck, okay? Don't care about them fixing up the truck, don't care about any of this, but the actual content was so good. The content inside where he goes and he finds this truck that's just like it and he finds the picture of the truck, the content itself, which could also go into storytelling, which we're going to talk about in a second, it was so good that I didn't care that I didn't care. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to watch this video regardless. And those of us that are creating how-to videos on the internet, a lot of times people go full ham on the fluff. They're just like, I'm gonna do 5 ways to do X, Y, Z, and those 5 ways are so freaking fluffy that it's, you know, I would have been better off not to watch this video. It's the people who provide a ton of value in those how-to videos, that their content is so good, that win. Because we're tired of the fluff. People don't want the fluff. People want the content to be good. And then of course, there's the storytelling. You have to be able to tell a good story throughout your video. And this could probably go really hand in hand with the quality of content, but storytelling is a powerful must-have piece of creating content on the internet, and specifically of creating good content on the internet. There has to be a story. There has to be a storyline. There has to be a point. There has to be a beginning, a middle, and an end. There have to be open loops that keep people around throughout the video. There have to be like visual storytelling. There has to be sound storytelling. There has to be, you know, storytelling. Even in short form videos that are 15 seconds, 60 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever, there has to be a good story. And so the people who win at this content thing, they win because they tell good stories. Again, people are gonna come at me and be like, how-to content, how am I supposed to tell stories? No, I don't think you're listening, okay? With how-to content, you are telling a story because you are opening a loop in the beginning, hooking them so that they continue to watch. You are hopefully throwing in like anecdotes and making it interesting, and you are ending the video finishing up an open loop that you started earlier. And that is storytelling. Of course, Peter McKinnon is a spectacular example of storytelling. He really is. But if you want to check out a different channel, because I didn't want to use him for everything. If you want to check out a different channel that is like, oh, so good for storytelling, The Life of Riza, I think it's Riza. Oh my gosh, her channel is freaking spectacular. She's not super consistent. She doesn't post very often, but she has 50 videos and almost 800,000 subscribers. 50. Do you know how many videos I have on this platform? It's a hell of a lot more than 50, and I have a heck of a lot less subscribers. And the reason that she's able to get away with that is because she tells good stories. She's a good storyteller. Now, I did an entire video about storytelling and open loops and that kind of thing that I'll link above if you want to know more about that, but you've got to get good at storytelling. I don't think I fully said this in the very beginning of the video, but making good videos on the internet and these tips that I'm sharing with you are relevant whether you're making short form content, long form content, whatever kind of content you're making. Like, it's important to follow all of these rules regardless of the format of the content. And nobody's expecting you to be able to do all of this at one time. Like, especially if you're new to creating videos on the internet in some form or fashion, nobody's expecting you to like master quality, master audio quality, master quality of content, and master storytelling in your first video out of the gate. But if you want to get better, if you want to grow, if you want to get better, if you want to see your channel grow, if you want to do these things, then you will get like 1% better every single time you produce a video. So you can be like, okay, what can make me 1% better at quality today? Can I grab a $13 mic for my iPhone that I can clip onto my shirt that is wireless and makes my sound so much better? And that could really, really help the echo that's in my office. That could make you 1% better. Could I use the back of my iPhone instead of the front camera of my iPhone to film my content, or my webcam? Oh my gosh, the amount of people that I do channel audits for that use their webcam, y'all stop it. Stop it right now. How can I make the content in my videos so good that people don't want to not watch? That like people want to come back and want to continue watching, and even if they don't care about the subject, they don't care about the truck, they want to continue watching. How can I do that? And then how can I get 1% better every single time at storytelling? No matter what my format of video is. How can I make sure that the beginning of the video makes them want to watch until the end of the video? How can I make sure that at the beginning of the video, they want to watch all the way through to see who makes it to the Eiffel Tower first, right? Like, how can I do that? How can I do that in my content? And if you do all these things, you'll win. Like, where's the trophy? You know, here it is. It goes to you. It's for you. All right, if you don't like my office wall, I don't want to hear about it in the comments below. If you do, I do. Stay tuned because we've got more work to do on this wall back here. And I'm hoping I have some like more availability to have some like sets in here, or like different areas I can go. And hidden good thing about this wall, totally unplanned, is that I can use it as a green screen. And I didn't even realize that or think about it until I was on a live call the other day and I was using my eCam footage that I use for like webcam stuff. And for some reason, the green screen thing was checked on and it was turning that wall completely orange. It was so confusing. I was like, what in the world is going on? And then I realized the green screen thing was on, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I can use that as a green screen. Totally unintentional, but also cute. So here we are. Peace out, Girl Scouts.